philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, you know, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in a down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
What do you say, Secretary Yellen, to the clear majority of Americans who simply do not believe that the administration is helping them?
Well, you know, Americans know best, I think, about their own personal finances. And it is important to recognize that when they're asked, how are they personally doing, over 70% of Americans say that they're very comfortable with their financial situation. So they seem to perceive the economy as a whole as doing less well than they are personally. But most Americans feel good about their own economic situation.
Is she absolutely nuts? You know, it's amazing how they want to mask the truth. And that's what they do. If the circumstances don't fit what their goal is, they'll just change it. They'll just change it. And that's what they're doing. And people have no idea what's going on. The 10-year Treasury yield right now, it hasn't been this high since 2007. The 10-year Treasury yield always tells the truth as to what's going to happen with the economy, with the market going forward. But see, they don't want the truth because it doesn't fit what they're going to do or what they have in mind. So they mask it. Give you a good example. Yesterday, they came out with the retail sales number. And they said retail sales went up 0.7%, topping consensus. They're doing cartwheels. Wow, boy, this means the economy's strong, consumers are strong. No, that's not what it meant. They're saying sales went up 0.7%. No, it wasn't sales that went up 0.7%. That was inflation that put prices up. It was prices that went up because they had to adjust the prices for inflation. But the number of sales went down. The number of units sold went down. If you take the average units being sold in this country right now, we're down about 15%. But see, they won't tell you that because that doesn't fit their plan. Doesn't fit their plan. So like today, same thing. The yields are up big time. This is very bad, especially for 401ks. For 401ks. But she doesn't want you to know that. So she says, 70% of Americans feel good about the economy. What is she, nuts? Are you kidding? People don't feel good about the economy. They've already lost, about $2 trillion in their home values. They're already getting hit. They can't refinance their homes. I mean, what are they going to pay, 7%, 8% for a loan? Are you kidding? First-time home buyers, they can't afford a home. And they're the most important buyer, the first-time home buyer. So yesterday they create this lie that things were good yesterday because retail sales went up. And that means it canceled out. What they're saying is the 10-year Treasury yield found support. It didn't find support. So they want you to think, it's okay, the 10-year Treasury yield is the highest since 2007 and it's going to really screw you. They don't want you to think that. They don't want you to know that. So they changed the story. The 10-year Treasury yield found support because sales went up 0.7%, topping consensus. Whose consensus? Their own consensus. That's another thing drives you nuts. So that's what they did yesterday. To make everybody, they make an excuse because they know the damage. They know the damage that a Treasury yield this high is going to do, especially to 401ks. So that's why, again, today she come out and said 70% of Americans feel good about the economy. Oh, I see. So the 10-year Treasury yield, this high, not since 2007, we're at 5 point, whatever it is today, 5.4 on the 3-month, and 4.8 on the 4.8 on the 10-year. Are you kidding? 4.3 on the 10-year, over 5% on the 3-month. That's incredible. That's insane. That destroys our small businesses. Forget businesses. They can't go find a loan now. They're screwed. They can't. Small businesses who need to borrow money for inventory, they're going to now have to lay people off. This is unbelievable what's going on. Remember, we've been used for 12 years, more than 12 years, but let's go back to 2012 to 2022. With rates, with 10-year Treasury yield around 1.1%, and that, of course, has a direct relation to your mortgage. You could get mortgages, remember, 2.3%, 2.8%. Now you're hitting 7% mortgages. What do you think that's going to do to the economy? You think that's good for the economy? Oh, but she says Americans feel good about the economy. Who would feel good about that when you remember not long ago, 2 years ago, you get a loan for 2.7%, a 30-year fixed rate, 2.7%. Now you're going to be almost paying 8%, 7 to 8%. That makes you feel good? They know what's going on. Take the 401k, for example. It took a 20% hit in 2022. Now, 401ks, they've been struggling to get that 20% back. They've been crawling back 9% in the first 6 months. Just 9%. That's going to get wiped out. That retracement's gone. These 401ks, they're going to take big losses this year. They're going to not only wipe out the 9% against the 20%, so they're feeling good now. So, well, at least we got 9% back against my 20% loss. Well, that's gone. That's going to be wiped out because the 10-year Treasury yield is so high. And not just the 10-year, but the 3-month Treasury yield. That's a killer. But they're not going to tell you that. So you're going to lose that 9% you gained, and then we're going to go down about another 20, 30%. And the unfortunate thing about 401ks, they can't sell short. They don't let you sell short. So you got to take a hit. You got to sit there and just get slaughtered. And every day call you, what should I do? What should I do? And their job is to hold your hand. Just hold your hand, babysit you, make you feel good. Make you feel good. Oh, everything's going to be okay. You're going to be just fine. Googie, googie, googie. Treat you like a little baby. They have a little rattle. They rattle it on the phone. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Dad's here. You're not going to be okay. You're screwed because you don't know how to short. So we got some terrible headwinds facing us. Do you think they would tell you the truth? You think they would tell you the truth? That the reason that you got hit in your 401k went down 20%. In 2022, you lost 20%. What they don't want you to know, now that you're up 9%, that the same reasons that you got hit in your 401k by 20%, the same reasons are still here now. Today, the reasons haven't changed. Nothing's changed. Matter of fact, things got worse. And the one thing that's got worse is yields. Yields going up. That's interest. That's interest. It's like a tax. More when we get back. And for my members, remember, keep shorting these housing.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com, and you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there with the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
You can't handle the truth.
That's right. These guys can't handle the truth. And the truth comes from the 10-year Treasury yield. Here's the truth. Because it's never wrong. The 10-year Treasury yield looks forward. It can tell you what is the economy going to be like in the next 5 months, next 5 years. Never wrong. Never wrong. When those yields go up, it warns you something's wrong. So they come in like yesterday and today and start creating a story. Oh, everything's fine. Oh, people feel wonderful. I mean, for Yellen to come out and say, well, 70% of the people feel good about their economic situation. Then listen to this.
Gas prices once again are soaring. The average price of a gallon of regular hit $3.85. It is its highest level in nearly 10 months, up 28 cents from just 1 month ago. How worried are you about this, Secretary?
Well, we've seen some increase, partly because of the summer driving season and global factors, but gas prices are down off their highs over $1.20.
Give me a break. They're still up 50%. Like I said the other day, they come out and they tell you, oh, look at this. Inflation dropped from 9% to 3.2%. Well, first of all, let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth about that.
You can't handle the truth.
And the truth is that the reason the prices dropped, that inflation dropped from 9 to 3.2%, is because of gasoline dropping. 85% of it was our oil and gasoline. But yet, if you look at the prices of the stuff everybody uses that they need, their home budget, their food, their groceries, 20% higher than they were when Biden went into the Oval Office. The day he went to the Oval, we're still 20% higher. But our wages, with real inflation, are down. See, that's another thing. They always quote you about wages, monthly gains, or quarter gain. Never mind that. BLS can take that number and tweak it. What they can't tweak is the yearly number. And from 2022 to today, the real number under the BLS, this is not my number, this is a BLS number, wages dropped, I think it was from 9.4% down to 5.2%. I'll find the numbers here, but it was that big. That's how much wages have dropped. Now, that's the truth. That's on a yearly basis. So wages are down. So when you have 60%, now think about this. I'm sorry. I want to go back to the credit cards for a moment. I mean, why you with a 401k, why you're going to lose another 30% of your money. You're going to wipe out the 9% gain you made. Remember, you lost 20% in 2022. You tried to claw back 9% since October to now. You're going to get that wiped out because the 10-year Treasury yield is telling you that, and it never lies. So you're going to, and here's why you're going to wipe the 9%, and then you're going to go down another 20 to 30%, because the same reasons that you lost that 20% when we had that crash, we had that 38% crash from November 2022 to October, the same reasons then exist today. Remember, we have the reason why we dropped 38%, because Biden destroyed our oil independence. He went to green energy. The reason why you lost 20% in that 38% drop, because of rising rates. We still have rising rates. Another reason you lost, because deficits and inflation. Boy, do we have deficits and inflation. Are you kidding me? Biden will never stop spending because he doesn't give a damn about deficits. What does he care? He doesn't feel it in his wallet. It's all political. He's going to keep spending and spending and spending more money we take in on all this green energy crap. He's going to keep spending and spending on green energy, more money than tax revenue. That creates inflation. That then is a deficit. Then you got to print money to pay that deficit. You got to raise rates after you print the money to try to get the inflation down that you caused by printing the money. You see the cycle here? But my point is, you went down 20%. You lost that in your 401k because the banks were tightening. They're tightening now. Destruction of our oil independence, rising rates, deficits, inflation, increasing national debt. All those things caused that 20% crash. They're still going on today. Weak productivity, weak manufacturing. That's another thing. They came out today and covered again. They said, oh, did you see this? Industrial production was up. Industrial production, oh, they're going to have a ban. They're going to get a 100-piece ban. Industrial production was up. Isn't this great news? It wasn't up. Prices were up. If you manufactured, let's say, railings for a boat, those metal railings that go around these boats. So you're selling, let's say, 30% less of those railings. But all they count is, but your sales went up. Well, your sales went up because you're paying more for the material, you're paying more for labor, so your sales went up. So your sales went up, let's say, 7%. So they're going to report, oh, look at this. Retail sales in the boat industry went up 10%. But they don't report that they're going to file bankruptcy because they're losing money, because the number of units they're selling are down by 30%. See, they don't care, but they just report retail sales. So again, the same reason that we had a 38% drop from November 2022 to October 2020, they're with us today. But things are worse now. Things are worse. But they're not worse if you know what you're doing. If you just would learn how to sell a stock short. If you're in a 401k, I know you will never get out of a 401k because you think you get this match. But at least hedge yourself with a short so you don't lose your money in a 401k. We'll show you how to do it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Now, on the way into the show, I said on the air to my members, keep shorting Lennar, our builders. Now, if you're not a gang member, please don't go in and start shorting builders, because I can't get a hold of you, okay, if something goes wrong. My gang is with me all day long. We're updating them all day long, when to add, when not to add, to get in, get out. So we've been waiting for I told them 4 months ago that we're going to start watching the builders because they're going to start collapsing, because I've been through this, okay, before, when and they're the last ones to go down. Because remember, with builders, their orders are in arrears. So their numbers look good. So as the economy starts getting worse and worse, you start seeing the housing, you see stocks, builder stocks keep going up. You say, how could builder stocks keep going up when things are getting worse and the 10-year yield is up now? And that means the mortgage rates are going to go from 2.8 to 7.8 or 8%. How could they keep going up? Because you got to remember how the business works. They took all those contracts a year, 18 months ago. So as they build the house out and then they finally finish it and then they close on it, their numbers look good when everybody else's numbers look bad because it's trailing. So we've been waiting for our color-coded chart. We've been waiting for our patterns, and finally I had everybody following Lennar. and it finally broke today, big time. In fact, the NAR dropped going back from July 12th at 132. Today it's at 117. So please do not, if you're not a gang member, do not short those. So it's down 11% so far. Now, we got into these stocks when our color-coded chart turned red at about 126. Because from 120, we got a higher probability of going to 100 from 126 than from 132. Why? Because 132 to 127, it was still green. That meant if you started to short it, even though the stock was coming down, it could go up against you. But when it turned red at 126, 125.98, it's now telling us we got the highest probability of a successful trade because now big money is coming in to short it. And this is what we'll teach you when you decide to join a gang, and for 10 days it's free. You got to listen to this. Listen to this. This is unbelievable. More lies.
You said the media coverage of the stress of the commercial real estate sector, it's been overblown. You say we're doing too much when it comes to us. Give us a sense. What's the state of the sector right now compared to how it was pre-pandemic?
Let's start with the fundamentals, occupancies, rents, and they are as healthy as they've ever been because they're a reflection of a strong economy.
What a lie. First of all, we're at a 14-year high, okay, the delinquencies. 44% at that 14-year high delinquency is office space, This guy's a bull-faced liar is what he is. Remember, there's a swamp in Washington, but there's also a swamp on Wall Street. And if you're going to sit there and buy stocks because you're listening to Wall Street or you're listening to these financial TV shows, you got to be crazy. You're never going to make money. There's only one way to make money in the stock market is you follow the money. You follow the money and you follow the yields. The yields never lie to you. Never, never. They don't lie to you. Also, remember what's due this year, 2023, is about 390 billion is due this year, and they can't make it. Next year is another 495 billion. The year after that, 25, is 465 billion. Now that's out of a 1.5 trillion aggregate of debt. They're so screwed, and this guy comes on and lies. And on B's going to say, oh, they're all in good shape. They're in good shape. The other thing they're not being truthful about is what's going on in China. I told you in China, be careful with China on January 16, 2018. That's when I said this 10-year rally we had is over. It's done. And I warned what would crash.
I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grandy said on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. The crash will be caused by China, the FANG stocks.
That's right. So the FANG stocks are already cracking. China, because China, we are really screwed with China. Remember, China's important to us. We want their economy to be healthy. Because remember, we import from China. They contribute to our low price inflation and our high standard of living. Americans can go to Walmart. Americans go to Lowe's. They can buy clothing inexpensive. That helps our standard of living. When China's hurting, we're screwed. Here's one way we're screwed. Big way. When China's economy slows, we manufacture and export. It's a small number, 150 billion, but it helps us with jobs. But right now, that's going to get cut in half because they don't need those goods. Their economy's so bad. And also, they're going to have to start raising their prices. So when Walmart and Lowe's pays for clothing, it's going to be much higher. That means you're going to have to pay higher prices. So again, China's important, and with our yields increasing and our dollar rallies, remember when your yield goes up, the 10-year Treasury yield goes up, your dollar goes up. They go together. That means American companies who 25% to 60% of their profits come from selling goods overseas are screwed. They start losing money. When China's economy is bad, they start losing money because we can't sell our goods overseas because our dollar Dollar going up, we can't sell, we're losing money. Then we start laying off our workers here. So that's going to really hurt our economy, but they're not going to tell you that. Aunt B's going to tell you that's a wonderful thing. She's going to say that's a wonderful thing. Just like they said yesterday with the retail sales, wonderful thing. That's going to offset the 10-year Treasury yield. No, it isn't. And like today, they said, industrial production's up, showing great strength in our economy. No, industrial wasn't up. Production wasn't up. Prices were up. They were even selling less units. Oil. We did great in oil. Oil prices, when the market dropped 35%, the oil market dropped 35%. You ask any one of my members, we waited and waited and waited. And I said, when it gets down 35%, we're going to go start buying. Let's start with Schlumberger. Then we bought Baker Hughes. We bought, Schlumberger, Baker Hughes. We bought Oxy. We bought USO. And bought MRO refiners. And we're up about 20%. Now, oil, right now, remember, the only reason why oil is going up because OPEC is cutting back. There's no demand for oil. The biggest user of oil is us, and then China and India. We're dead. We don't need oil. We have no demand for oil. China has no demand for oil. So if they stop cutting, if they stop cutting, then oil prices are going to come down. So you're going to lose money on oil. So you got to be ready to short. Now, they're going to try to keep pushing oil up. And when you got a 10-year Treasury yield going up, where no longer is your 10-year Treasury yield at 1%, so you can buy a house with a mortgage of 2.3%, now you're going to have to buy a house when the 10-year Treasury yield's up 4%. Now you got to pay almost 7-8%. And what's going to happen? The housing market is going to collapse. The housing market is going to collapse. Everything is on this 10-year yield. Follow the charts. Follow the money. Stop listening to them. When you start listening to these fools, I mean, it's just unbelievable listening to these. I mean, they're crackpots.
Think of these fictional narratives. The bank's going to take us down. Higher interest rates are going to crush us. The consumer's weak. China can take us down with something like a drowning swimmer, you know, when you go out there and try to save it, like life-saving, and tech's finished. I think these are nightmares that will not be realized.
Unbelievable. Boy, I wouldn't put a sausage with it, never mind a stock.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. you make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
So I think in sub 2 by the middle of next year.
Is this guy insane? We're never going to see 2%. Never going to see 2% again. What are you, nuts? Never going to see that again. Listen to this.
The consumer is fine. The consumer is fine. The consumer's fine.
The consumer's fine. Can you believe this? He has record high credit card balances, record low savings, record number of retirees had to go back to work. Are you kidding? Record 54% or 3 out of 5 full-time workers now have a part-time job. The consumer's fine, they're saying. And a record 48% of workers can't cover their basics. And the other thing, because of all this inflation, this is what started it. Simple. Biden's spending more money than we take in taxes. That's simple. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. When they spend, the government starts spending more money than they take in, this is what happens. But they don't care. They do not care because they're not in Washington to help us. They're in Washington to make money for themselves. So let's talk about the credit card. If it wasn't for the credit card, the credit card's been propping up the consumer. So if you take the average family of 4, 2 of them working, let's say they make $85,000 between 2 of them, family of 4. The credit card's been saving them because they depend on that credit card to make up the deficiency at the end of the month. At the end of the month, they're always in the hole. They're always in the hole, $1,200, $2,000, $3,000, and they go to their credit card. Go to their credit card. They depend on that because they have their shortfalls. They don't have enough money, even with 2 jobs. Inflation's going up too quickly. So 33% of people with credit cards are skipping a payment just to pay for gasoline and groceries. Oh, but what?
The consumer's fine.
Yeah, the consumer's fine. Consumer's fine. 33% are skipping credit card payments to pay for gasoline and groceries. 67% are carrying credit card balances. 67% at an interest rate of 22%, and they're not paying them off. 23% have been doing that for 15 years. 15 years. Unbelievable. Wages, real wages. I told you. They've been lying to us about the real wages. You can't believe a thing they say. The only thing you can believe is the yield. When you see the yield go up, unless you know how to short, you're screwed. Because yields are going up are telling you, uh-oh, this is going to be very bad for the stock market. Very bad. Because interest rates go up on everything. Housing is going to get severely hit. Already down $2 trillion, the housing, just in the last, 8 months, 9 months. Values are dropping quickly. So you make money, again, the stock market is the best place in the world. It's the only place where you can sit and make money when things are bad. When things are bad. But unfortunately, 85% of the people who are invested in the stock market, when things are bad, they're sitting there and they're in the hope mode. In the hope mode. What should I do? What should I do? And they're hoping. They keep calling their broker. Hey, what do we do? What do we do? The market's down another 10% today. What do we do? And what do they tell you? Everything's just fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay. You're going to be fine.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house
Yeah,
every day.
there
You
you
don't
go.
pay
Yeah.
attention to your portfolio
Yeah, that's what
every
they're going to
day.
tell you. That's what they're going to tell you. They're trained to tell you that. But always remember one thing. When they tell you something, it's not true.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
There you go. Why wouldn't they let you short? Why wouldn't the 401k industry, mutual fund industry, when the market's going down, when you lost 20%, why weren't you allowed to make 20%? That is stupid. But they catch you, see? Yeah, they catch you. They put a little trick in there. We're going to match you. We're going to match you. And that match is a drug. It's like a drug. People can't break away from it. They're addicted to that match. Like they think it's free money. And they're losing their arses. There's nothing worse sitting there, working hard, putting money away for retirement, and you see your stock going down 20%. And all you had to do is just switch the position and making money on the way down 20%. You'd be much better off. You know, we tell our members every day, just think about this. Because you know how to short stocks now and go long stocks, you just need to make 1% a month. That's a 12% return. 1%. If you stay with the same 6 basic stocks all year long, and then you have a few bonus stocks, and stay with those same stocks, but they got to be the best stocks and the best groups, like we have. We have the best tech stocks. We have the best oil stocks. We have the best oil stocks. Because you let the pattern come to you. You let the pattern come to you. Now, for those people who tell you, you're going to hear, oh, you got to be defensive. Get into staples. Get into utilities. Get into healthcare. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson's about the best one. He'll go for a while, but then he'll go back down. Procter & Gamble, that's a good one. They'll go back down. Utilities, are you kidding me? When yield's going up, are you going to buy utilities? Are you nuts? You're going to get screwed. Utilities get killed when yields go up. Healthcare, they're always good, but there's no place to hide. They're all going to go down. Everything goes down. And all you had to do is switch your position to a short. So why don't you come to our gang? Myself, and Steve, and Willie. We'll show you how to short. The first 10 days, you don't pay for anything. You get our color-coded chart. You're going to learn how to short. You're going to learn how to go long. You're going to understand how the yield will benefit you. Just between the yield and the color code buy and sell chart, at the end of 10 days, you're going to go, wow, I learned more in 10 days than I learned in 10 years. But if you want to continue to listen to these people on Wall Street, you talk about a dirty swamp. They're not there to tell you the truth. That's not their job because they don't represent you. Remember, every time you give your money to somebody, they're not there representing you.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
See, they would never agree. The industry would never. I've been in this business for 50 years, and the industry has never agreed to have a fiduciary relationship with their clients. Think about that. You got your life savings, but there's no fiduciary relationship between you and the person managing the money because they're not there to manage the money for you. At least this guy's being truthful.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's what they think about every day. My partner's making money. My shareholders are making money. But what about Joe Suckface? He's working 50 hours a day in one job and 20 hours in another job a week. He's got 2 jobs going, hoping his 401k will work out for him. 401k is not going to work out for you. The 401k was never designed to be retirement. Pensions were designed to get a retirement. You were guaranteed with a pension. When you went to work and you worked for a company, they were responsible to make sure you got a pension when you retired. But you were responsible to make sure you worked hard and produced for that company a quality product. That's when we were a strong nation. That's when we were a strong industrial nation, when we had pensions. It was an even deal. You work hard for the company, and the company's going to make sure you're going to retire and you're going to have it made when you retire. But they got rid of the pensions. And they went to this thing called 401k, which is a piece of garbage. Like 10-day-old sausage. Piece of garbage. 401k, all they did, that's a tax code. And they took a mutual fund and stuffed it inside, and they said, boy, we can make a lot of money screwing people with this. They'll believe it. And they couldn't sell them. They couldn't give them away. And finally they came up with this idea. I know what we'll do. We'll match them. We'll match them. And that was the drug. That was the drug of choice right there. You can never tear anybody away from a 401k because they really think they're going to get rich through a match. Even though when the market goes down another 30% and you're going to lose another 30%, you'll never be convinced of that. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. We'll see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.